Ladies and gentlemen, this time we're going to talk about the past of Desmond Mills Jr. As you know, he's one of the Memphis police officers that took, part in beating Tyree Nichols to death. Well, he took part in another violent attack on a citizen previously, and he tried to exclude himself from the scene. Yeah, such good people, right? These are the kind of scoundrels they like on the police force in America. So, a Memphis ex cop involved in the murder of Tyree Nichols was previously disciplined. Records show that Desmond Mills Jr. received a reprimand for failing to report his use of force. A woman Mills helped arrest alleged that the officer beat her and slammed her head into the squad car. Well, as you can see, they're always doing the most, aren't they? So, one of the former Memphis police officers charged in the beating death of Tyree Nichols was previously disciplined for failing to report his role in a different beating incident, according to disciplinary records released by the Memphis Police Department. Desmond Mills Jr., one of the five officers charged in second-degree murder of 29-year-old Nichols' death, received a written reprimand in 2021 for failing to report his use of physical force during an arrest 2 years earlier. Mills assisted three other officers in the arrest of a woman on March 21st, 2019. He said the woman was resisting arrest. Oh boy. So he grabbed her by the arms and took her to the ground while another officer handcuffed her. According to the disciplinary records, the woman later filed a complaint against the Memphis police officers involved, alleging one officer grabbed her after she refused to get into the squad car, and that a second officer began beating her with a black object, grabbed her hair, and slammed her head into a squad car. She denied resisting arrest and reported injuries, including a black eye, abrasions, and swelling on her hands and face. Mills had been required to fill out a document known as a response to resistance form after using physical force to restrain the woman. Mills himself was not accused of using excessive force in the incident and was only disciplined for failure to report the incident. Wow. Can you imagine how many things have happened and these cops just never reported it, just stayed silent on it? I bet you when it's all said and done, it's probably been a lot. Okay, so Mills had been required to fill out this document, but Mills himself was not accused of the excessive force. He was only disciplined for his failure to report the incident. Officer Mills stated he was familiar with completing the response to resistance document in Blue Team, but he did not realize it and applied to his actions in this case. A document summarizing Mill's disciplinary hearing said it was explained to him that the individual refuses to comply with verbal commands and he is required to use any type of physical force to gain compliance. He should complete the response to the resistance form. Two of the other officers involved were later disciplined for excessive and unnecessary force, and a third was disciplined for failure to report the use of force, as Mills was. Wow. That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine how many people got beat up by these cops and they just didn't report it and got away with not reporting it? Mill's defense attorney did not immediately respond to insiders' request for comment. In a separate disciplinary incident in March 2019, Mills received another written reprimand for dropping a department issued device on a roadway where it was ran over by a car. Mm-mm-mm. The disciplinary record said Mills reported responding to an incident. So this was an accident call that he went on an interstate, and placing his personal digital assistant in his pocket where it fell out while he got into a squad car. The PDA came out and went onto the street, and an unknown vehicle ran over the device, according to records, adding that Mills had violated the department's policy on rough and careless handling of equipment. Mills is not the only officer that was disciplined for failing to report the use of force. Ex-officer Demetrius Haley, who was also charged in Nichols' beating death, received a similar written reprimand in 2021, in which he saw a fellow officer rip a woman from her car and dislocated her shoulder. In total, 4 out of the 5 officers charged in Nichols' death had previously been disciplined for various matters. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And like I said, I've seen other articles from people that since Tyree Nichols have been murdered by these 5 cops, other people have been stepping forward to say they also had an encounter with these cops and they beat up on other people. And one big thing that they keep using on the people is, oh, you're on drugs, you're on drugs. Everybody's not on drugs. Okay, everybody's not on drugs. But they said that is one of the things they kept going to and using over and over. So we shall see. It'll be interesting to see what kind of witnesses they get on the stand against these 5 officers. I bet you we're going to hear some really good stories on the things they did out on the street. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. But I'm not surprised. I mean, come on, anytime you can beat someone and feel nothing over it, I'm not surprised they have all kinds of past issues going on. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.